All right, what is going on, everybody? Thank you very much for tuning in. Little audio only pod that we're doing right now. Just wanted to talk a little bit about Jared Vanderbilt. The news came out a few hours ago or so I want to at least get a video up tonight. Of course, I'll have my show tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., so we'll talk more in depth about it. But want to at least just kind of share some of the information and some expectations for Vando and everything else. But Jared Vanderbilt cleared for season debut. Shams Charania, Dave McMenamin, both of them reported on this a little bit earlier today. It has been just under a year since we've seen Jared Vanderbilt play a basketball game for the Lakers. And, unfortunately, we've been talking about Vando so much over the last 12 months, and none of it had anything to do with anything on the basketball floor. I remember last year as we're getting closer to the playoffs. Hey, is he coming back? Is he not? Is he this? Is he that? All right, off season. Hey, he's good to go. He's going to come back. Start of the season. Where is he? Month in, 2 months in, 3 months. We're exactly 41 games into the Lakers season. We're at the halfway point, and there's finally some real clarity about Jared Vanderbilt. So let me read a little bit of the article. I got a couple of audio pieces I want to play from Lakers practice from earlier today, and then I got some thoughts on Jared Vanderbilt's return. So Jared Vanderbilt has been officially or has been medically cleared to make a season debut on Saturday against the Warriors, barring any unforeseen circumstances. Lakers got a game Saturday night. It's going to be in Golden State at the Bay, 5:30 tip-off on ABC, so something to keep in mind there. Almost a year since he suffered a right midfoot sprain on February 1st that cost him the rest of that last season. A little more info here that I'm going to put in there. He underwent procedures on both of his feet in the offseason, opting for surgery in his right foot and removing a bone spur in his left foot in May. Those have sidelined him since the start of training camp in September, with the rehab delayed in December when he experienced fluid in his left knee. So that's kind of the info that we're getting on Vando. There is some more information on Vando. There are some quotes, but instead of me actually talking about them, I just want to play the audio portion of it. So here's what I'm going to do first. First, I'm going to play JJ Redick talking about the matter, talking about Vando coming back, and then I'll play Vando. Take a quick listen here. Here is JJ.
He's out tomorrow. He's medically cleared and available for Saturday. I spoke with him this morning. I spoke with our medical team. This whole process with him has been about the long term, and we're going to continue to be patient. Him and I in the medical will all speak on Saturday, and if he's feeling good, he'll be available, and that's no guarantee that he will play, but he will be available on Saturday, barring any setbacks.
How is he look? Like, how did he just look now in what you saw?
Good. I think a lot of the conversation as he's worked through some of the recovery stuff from ramping up has been around conditioning, and that's probably our focus right now is just continuing to build up to game shape. But as him and I have spoken over the last few days, we both agree, like, it's really hard to be in game shape till you play in a game. So that is the next step for him.
All right, that's JJ right there. I'm grabbing this off. Dave McMenamin had posted about a minute on Twitter here. So available Saturday, added that there's no guarantee he's going to play on Saturday against the Golden State Warriors. So keep that in mind. A lot of that's going to do with his conditioning. I'm going to talk about what to expect once Vando comes back. Before I do so, let's grab one more here. This is Vando. He got interviewed at practice. I'm grabbing this off Low Joe Media. Take a quick listen.
I feel good. I mean, just being able to get out there and run and play basketball and feel healthy, being able to do movements and trying to get back to how I, was prior to the injury. So,
do you feel any restrictions from the ramp-up process at all?
No. Like I say, it's still day-to-day. We progress in the right direction. Obviously, I'm available for Saturday, so that's a trend in the right direction. So
I'll leave it there. That's actually the just the portion that I wanted to get. Interview's a lot longer. All right, real quick here. Let's just talk about, first off, it is great to have the option starting this weekend to have Jared Vanderbilt available for the Lakers again. I mean, phenomenal. I don't know how else to emphasize that. There are certain players that are in the NBA that don't necessarily need the ball, but can be really impact players. And that's what Jared Vanderbilt is. That's what I think Dorian Finney-Smith can be for the Lakers. You got to have guys like that on your team. And we saw it with Vando in that playoff run, that trip to the Western Conference Finals, how impactful he was. I've been saying this all along, and, this isn't breaking news, but the Lakers are going to be competitive because they can play defense and they can get stops. All that other stuff, they don't have enough offensive talent or power or anything like that where they're going to go off and drop 130 a night, nor do I think that's a good game plan. They are going to have to be this tough, gritty, defensive-minded team. And I think with Anthony Davis, with Jared Vanderbilt, obviously with Dorian Finney-Smith as well, those at least are three guys that can be game changers on the defensive side. They need Vando. With that in mind, it's going to take him time. So if you think Jared Vanderbilt's coming back on Saturday and he's going to be, largely impactful, it's going to take a second. It's going to take time. But if you go look around the Western Conference and you go look at guys like James Harden, Steph Curry, Devin Booker, Jamal Murray, Jalen Green, and I'm just naming off Ja Morant, some of these guards around the NBA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that are just elite. These are tough guys and kind of the engine of their team. You need Vando. And Vando's going to be very important, very key to this Lakers team. And that's why we've talked so much about him for so long. There's a reason why we talk about Vando much more than we talk about Christian Wood. It's because we know how important Vando can be on this team and on this roster and for any type of playoff push. But it's going to take time. I think, 30 days from now, maybe our conversation about Vando is completely different. I think the timing of him coming back, is interesting because he's going to get a couple of weeks before the All-Star break. And then hopefully after the All-Star break, he's got no restrictions, no minutes restriction, no limits, any of that stuff, no limitations. And he could just go be Jared Vanderbilt. So very, very good news in my opinion, on having Vando come back. A very important player, in my opinion. And it's not just going to be because of his stats. I mean, I do think he's going to be able to go out there and grab rebounds and do the dirty work, like I mentioned. But I think at the end of the day, what you're hoping for, you get Vando back. Hopefully Dorian Finney-Smith gets more and more comfortable. You have a little bit more than 2 weeks away of trying to add to your roster. Hopefully you can figure out, okay, with Vando back, I think we're good here. We're good there. Let's focus on trying to go get this type of player. And that's the spot the Lakers are going to be in. And, I know there's been a lot of negativity around the Lakers, including myself. I find myself sometimes, I kind of hate it, but I find myself sometimes just speaking, I sound like I'm remarkably negative about the Lakers. But I think that's because I'm just watching the product and I kind of already know what the result is going to be. And it's just a matter of them being able to prove a lot of people wrong. But nonetheless, Vando coming back, obviously great news for the Lake Show. It's going to be really, really important to have that guy part of the roster. Now, he's not going to be there tomorrow when the Lakers are taking on the Boston Celtics, but at least he's going to be back sooner than later. Okay, I'm back on tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Got a lot to get into, by the way. JJ Redick had said some stuff today in practice about how tough it is to make trades. There was an article that was out there from Shams Charania that there's growing concerns. What did the title say here? LeBron James, Anthony Davis, growing concerned with Lakers' ability to make significant upgrades. So we could talk about that. I saw something on Jovan Boo had something out there about Lonzo Ball, that the Lakers might have interest in him. So we got a lot to get into tomorrow. And of course, we're going to preview the Lakers and the Boston Celtics. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick video, this quick chat on Jared Vanderbilt. Vando is set to potentially make a return on Saturday. He's cleared to play. So we'll see if he gets the opportunity. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. By the way, just another quick reminder, tomorrow, 8 a.m. and then tomorrow night, I will be Lakers at Celtics from crypto. So right after the game, I am going to do the post-game show from the arena. So that's always great to do that. So yeah, please be around for that as well. All right, everybody. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll talk with you guys soon. Thank you very much.